Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to talk a little bit about an idea that I've been playing with for a while and kind of soft launched it. It's running, it's happening, and just wanted to keep sharing it so that people have the opportunity to learn from it and use it. So I came up with this idea of the Gorge Gear Library as a way to get more demo opportunities out there and available to riders because I feel very strongly that getting to try gear and making sure you purchase the right gear is really valuable to your progression as a rider. Most of us do not have the financial ability to make the wrong choice time and time again. We typically buy a kit and then we have to make it work. We can't drop thousands of dollars, find out that it's not the right thing for us, and resell it for a big loss, and then try again. That's just not an option for, I think, a vast majority of foilers. So the gear library, how is this going to work? First off, it's going to have two different sectors. It's going to have what brands are able to bring to the table and offer us as riders, but then also it allows us as community members to kind of crowdsource gear. And the way I'm doing it right now, and if other people have different ideas on it, you can totally chime in, tell me what you think would work, would not work, and you can read all this. But essentially, if I have, let's say I have a board that I am not using all the time, and maybe I don't want to sell it, or maybe I am open to selling it, but I don't want to just give it out to random people to try because of the fact that it could get damaged. So the idea is that you can put your gear up in the library or you can put it up for sale, but you put it up with a buyback offer. So the idea is, hey, you can take this board for a week. You pay for it in full, 100% covered. Take it for a week. If you bring it back to me in 1 week and it's in the same shape, it's not all beat up, nothing like that, I will buy it back for X number of dollars less than you bought it from me 1 week ago. Now, the reason I think that this is valuable is because of the fact that some people don't take care of gear. Some people are brutal on it and they just think, oh yeah, boards always get smashed, foils always get dropped in the rocks, wings always get punctures in the canopy. My gear stays really nice. I take really good care of it. I'm very aware I don't have any problems swimming in a little bit so that I don't hit my gear, my foil on the rocks, all that kind of stuff. I use board bags for all my boards. So all my stuff stays nice. And it is valuable for people to get to ride something for a week to determine if, hey, is this the right piece of gear for me? Because when you do a 15-minute demo in bad conditions, you don't really get to feel the board out. If you do it in awesome conditions, you don't really get to feel the board out. You need to be able to take it and use it for a while. This applies to wings, this applies to foils, everything across the board. Now we're also getting pair wings out and all that good stuff. So the opportunity is there to list your gear, share it as available, get it out of your closet. If it's something that is for more for beginners, offer it up for a month. Hey, you can buy this beginner kit, take it for a month. If you don't want it after a month and you got your basics figured out, I'll buy it back for $500 less, whatever number you want. The idea is to start putting money back into the community's hands so that they can continue to buy more gear, but then also to save money for everyone so that they're able to test gear and buy the right stuff in the first place. So I'm hoping that there's kind of like varying levels of wins here that are going to happen. Now, along with that, I wanted to start sharing the different brands that are in the Gorge that are participating and giving free demos out to people. Now, you can't necessarily expect any of these companies to just give you gear for a week, because then theoretically we could see abuse happening where maybe somebody flew to the Gorge for 1 week, had no intention of buying anything, but they just took free demos out for their whole stay and then returned them. That's not what the goal is here. So I want to point out, like 5.0, if you've ever been interested about high performance wings, they're offering the dynamos. You can go, you can meet up with Carter. He'll meet you in a variety of different spots all over the Gorge, let you try out different sizes. Really great. Omen foils, they're both their boards and their foils. You can hit them up, get demos on all that stuff. Really good opportunity. Apple Tree, the rep Sam Shannon, he lives here in the Gorge as well. You can track him down. He's got KT foils as well. So with him, you kind of get to double dip. You can hit him up for a board. You can hit him up for the KT foils. So that's a really good contact as well. Slingshot is running a demo center this year, which is super cool. And they are going to be releasing their Parawings. And the way they're going to do their demo center is you check, I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The demo center is open. You show up, first come, first serve. If you check it out on a Monday, I think you return it on a Wednesday. If you check it out on Friday, you get to keep it all weekend. You return it on Monday. So really good opportunity to try stuff out for multiple days at the location that you want. Really cool. So you can there's contact information listed for everybody here. And then I have gear that I'm able to offer up for free demo. I've got some foils that I'm not charging anything for anybody to take these out. So I've got a lift foil and then a bunch of AFS stuff. If you've wondered about the retractable harness line, I've got a spare that you can try. So all this stuff is just about getting people out there trying gear, figuring out what's right for them. And then I also have put some stuff up that is, buyback option. Like, hey, maybe you're coming to the Gorge and you're legitimately not interested in buying, but you don't want to fly with your board. I put 2 of my boards that I don't typically ride up in here. You could come, grab a board from me, use it for a week. If you really loved it and you wanted to fly home with it, great, keep it. I've got it priced in that way. But if you just wanted to try it and use it for a week and then you fly back home and then you're not paying, a couple $100s to the airline, they're here. There's boards here. And anybody can add anything to these lists. If you want me to post something on my site that shares this stuff for you, please hit me up. I'll list your gear for you. So I've got boards, wings, foils. I think wings are a really good one too. If you're coming to the Gorge and it's nuking, you maybe don't want to spend $1,000 to buy a 2-meter wing that you're going to use for 2 days. You know what? I've got a bunch of small wings. So 2-meter, 2.5-meter, 3.5-meter. I've got small stuff. Take it out for a week, bring it back, good to go. So I really hope that this idea can grow into something that, again, educates people, gets opportunities for demos out there, makes sure that you're able to buy the right gear for yourself when you do buy, but then also gets gear out of people's garage. If there's probably a lot of boards out there that people aren't thinking about using, they don't use them anymore, and somebody might be flying to town and just need a basic board for a week for cheap. It's just throw it out there. Hey, I need $1,000 to cover this board. If you bring it back in a week and you only want $50 for a week-long demo, $100, whatever the price is, you pick the price of what you're willing to loan your gear out for, and then you just agree to buy it back after that week. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if this seems like a crazy idea. Pretty much everyone I've talked to about it has been excited and thought that, hey, this is a good idea to start crowdsourcing and sharing this equipment amongst riders, because we all have so much equipment laying around at this point. But I'm open to feedback. I'm open to ideas on how this could be changed, how it could be made better, and where it will go. So please drop a comment. Talk to you later.